Hello, my brothers and sisters. Wonderful saint today. One of my favorite saints, Saint Lucy, one of the ancient young female martyrs of the church. A young Roman girl, 1,700 years ago. And a Roman man wanted to marry her. And she said she was in the underground, becoming a Catholic Christian, getting baptized. Back then it took many, many years to get baptized, to be welcomed into the early community. And she told this wealthy Roman man, I'm already married. I gave myself to Jesus. And enraged, he had her arrested. And she was tortured. And the one aspect about Saint Lucy, and that's why Lucy, Lux in Latin, lux, the light, right? She's the light bearer. One of her great aspects and the most painful and just terrible aspects of her martyrdom was that she had her eyes put out before being killed. And her witness, especially in the early church, this young girl allowed herself to be put through this in order for us to show the light of Christ. And that's why her feast day, before the Gregorian reform of the church calendar, used to be on the longest night of the year. And with her feast, daylight afterwards would grow a little longer every day after. So they would have her feast on the darkest night of the year, and people would put out Lucy candles. There were candles made for her. There were special masses in her honor, right? Let the light of Lucy, Lux, bring light to the darkness of our lives, bring light into various darknesses that we see on our earth, and especially in the scandals of the church. With her feast, that's why daylight grew every day a little longer. And they even had huge Lucy bonfires. How to light up the night. And then they even threw big pieces of incense in it, that it would smell beautiful. That in the darkness, with the light can overcome the darkness. How we are supposed to be like St. Paul, beautiful aromas presented before God. That's what they did for this little girl. Yeah, she was an awesome witness and had the grace to give her life in martyrdom. And that's first and foremost, in this dark time of the year. First of all, she's the patron saint of all of those who would suffer maladies of the eye. And there's many people who have eye issues, cataracts, various things going on. Always go to Lucy. Always go to Lucy in prayer. She's always the one to pray if there's something going on with the eye. Because she also, not physically, is a symbol not just for physical vision, but spiritual vision. She saw the world through the lens of faith. She gave her life for it. She's right in it. She's even in the Roman canon. When you hear those long names of saints, the second half, when you hear the women, Lucy. Lucy's one of those early church martyrs. And the light that she embraced is the same light that embraced all the prophets as they proclaimed the Messiah. And it's a light that we hear in the readings was absent in many of the Sadducees, in many of the Pharisees, in the political leaders. They couldn't see the light of truth of how the Lord preached and taught. And that's why, just as we can lose eyesight over time, we can also lose the gift of faith. It can grow vapid, weak. Lucy represents all of the people of faith in our world today, young and old, who see their faith as light in the darkness. That's what this 14-year-old girl shows the world. Just like her, your faith, my faith, can be a light in the darkness. And that's why this season of Advent, what's the main thing? The wreath. Yeah, we keep making that wreath each and every weekend another light to bring Christ's light and his readiness amongst us to shine light to prepare the way. This season of Advent is a season of candles. And that witness asks us to join in the ranks of those who have come before us. Lucy says to each and every one of us today, this young girl, you want me to help you walk to prepare yourself before the manger? Lucy invites all of us. May we have eyes of faith to be able to walk with her along the way. And through her witness, this young girl, this young woman of faith, how can we, through her courage, bring the light of faith to others today? May God bless you. Have a good one.